and welcome to episode 5 of Bloodshields. In our last episode, I talked a lot about setting up this waterfall down the center of my tower, which I'm nowhere near actually doing yet, but whatever. I also had fun draining this giant puddle of water all over the place. Oh, and then we did a bunch of things. I don't remember all the details, but I'm not too worried about it right now. What do we have going on here? Why is that one dwarf just sitting there? That is the hauler. He's just hanging out. Is he bored? Is he on break, maybe? I don't know why he's hanging out there. Don't know. I'm going to make this guy a cook. Which means he's allowed to brew. He's allowed to process plants and gather plants. You're not going to do that anymore. Although I don't really designate any plants for gathering anymore anyway, but he can do all the brewing and cooking. Oh, that guy left. Alright, well, whatever. And we set up this. So this will end up being the... I'm going to mess with this right now just because... oh, we've got some idlers. Hold on. Let's figure out what the idlers are doing. Oh, miners. Okay. This is all dug out. Here, guys, dig all this stuff out. We'll figure out what to do with it later. I'm not going to dig these two doors out. I'm actually going to leave this... pardon me, I'm going to actually leave this sealed so that I have a longer sort of trap hall, like the last emergency trap hall. But there. So, you guys have stuff to do. Okay. So what was I going to mess with? Oh, yeah, right, this. Well, it's going to pause anyway while I designate stuff, but that's okay. So if I do something like that, which is a little bit wonky... So what I'm trying to do here is build this out to be a reasonable split of the rooms. And it's... I'm not sure how best to do it. Maybe like that. Whoops. So this one is 6 squares... 7 squares, 14, 20 squares, whereas this is 3 by 6, which is 18. So 2 18s and a 20. That's close enough. You know, and then this will be the entrance. This is kind of a weirdly configured one, but it's hopefully enough room that it doesn't matter. Plus, it'll have some smooth gemstone walls, which actually maybe more of it will be smooth gemstone walls. I'm going to unpause it now. So this one up here is not quite as big as this one now. So this one will be the Baron room, which hopefully will give me enough room to make him happy. And this can be the royal bedroom. Again, so that I have this room in here to build a pump stack, which actually I really don't need. So I have that much room. So I just added some more to that middle room. I'd like to add some back onto these if I could, but it doesn't seem like I'm really going to be able to do that unless... do something like this. Yeah, that's a little weird still. I guess if I cut those out and then put the doors there, and then this is whatever, 4 by 5, so that's still 20. This is 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 21. Yeah, so that's a little bit better, and then it's still gives me the same amount of room that I have on every other floor. So I'm going to do it that way. That's going to be what that one looks like. It's a little bit weirdly shaped, but that's okay. Like I said, so and then this one's a little bit bigger, so this will be the royal one. This will be the... my brain isn't working. This is the regent one, and this is the baron one. You know, so perhaps this will be the bedroom, and this will be the throne room, and this will be the dining hall. And then same, you know, something similar down here. So that should work. I want to build, just while we're here, I'm remembering, cabinets and coffers for this gentleman, who I don't think he's demanding any of that kind of stuff yet, but it'd be nice to get him that stuff eventually. Why did you just drag a bag up here and leave it? Cucumber seeds bag. What the hell? Oh, I see. Because then you're going to come get it with a barrel. Because you can put a bunch of bags of things in barrels. Dwarves do weird things. Dwarves... Keep it crazy, dwarves. Keep it crazy. So yeah, I've never actually built a pump stack. I've seen lots of instructions on how, which I'm going to look up again before I do it, just because... Yeah, I'm sure I'll screw it up somehow. I'm going to build a kitchen over here while I'm here, and then up in here perhaps will be like the farmers' workshops where I'll do all of the plant processing, things like that. I'm not going to worry about what all is in there right now. This floor is looking good. Floor is looking good. Yes. I want to... How am I going to do this? So if I pull this up, I can copy stock. Now I have the drink stockpile ready, which I'm going to put in that corner. Bear with me, it'll be obvious why I did that in a minute. Then I want to look at this stockpile. And I want to copy stock options down here. And I want to get rid of all of these. And then I want to, whoops, copy that one again. I'm just resizing. Unfortunately, you can't resize an existing stockpile. You have to just delete it and rebuild it, which isn't as bad with copy stock. I don't think there's a Dwarf DF hack thing to make it bigger. But anyway, I do it this way for now. But I just wanted to make those bigger because they are supposed to be the whole rooms eventually. Anyway, I need to build doors on here for reducing the amount of vermin. Oh, I don't have that dug out. That should be dug out. Alright. Yeah, doors help. I believe they do. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe they help reduce the number of vermin. But yeah, you can't expand stockpiles. It's obviously a lot different, and it's kind of an unfair comparison in so many ways, but if any of you are familiar with RimWorld, it has, it's very similar to this in certain ways, and it has stockpiles, and it actually is very nice. It's stockpiles and grow zones and stuff. Just the way they're set up, you can in fact expand them, which is kind of nice. It's kind of neat the way it works. Just as long as you start your designation inside an existing one, it just copies that one out to whatever space you designate. So it's actually fairly easy to expand existing ones, and you'll never end up with two that are disconnected, two disconnected pieces of the same one anyway. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, what else are we doing? We've got some idlers. I expect that's probably my miners that are idle again, because I've been, they haven't really been, well, I've run out of things that I need mined this second. Everything, this stuff is all, I'm going to want it eventually, but right now it's just, I'm just kind of messing around. giving them make work projects that will eventually be important. But oh, actually, hold on a sec here. So no, that'll be this floor. This floor is probably where the water is going to flow. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. I guess if the water always falls down just the middle, then this floor I can leave these set up. I can actually get rid of this set of stairs. This will be wall. This will be, well, yeah, these two corners will be wall. This can stay wide open. Bollocks, I don't know. That's probably what it'll have to be. Is these two corners will have to be walled off. This will have to be floored over, and then this will probably all be walled in actually, and it'll just be this one line, and it'll be water all the way through. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could possibly just go all the bloody way down and drain the water all the way into the caverns, which I think have spots that are off the edge of the map, so I could just drain it all the way. Maybe that's what I want to do, because then I don't have to mess with that. Well, no, because then I can't put wells on it. Because I kind of want, because this will probably be my hospital. I kind of want to set wells here so that I have fresh water access somewhere in the place. I suppose I could actually put wells in the corners instead of grates. I don't know if wells can go through grates. I'm going to read about that just now, real quickly. Because if a well bag or whatever, barrel, bucket. Hello, brain. Jesus. If a well bucket can be dropped through a grate, then I can do this grates everywhere except this floor. These can be wells. I know wells can go through other wells, but I don't really want wells all the way up in the four corners. Then I can do 4 wells on this on this level, and then there's always water access. And this is a good level to have water access. It's the dining room, it's the hospital, it's the dormitory. So that's interesting. That is very interesting. So floor grates do not block fishing or taking water directly from a water source. They do prevent wells from working if between the well and the water. So that will not work. There is also vertical bars, which save time apparently. Yeah, and you can't. Yeah, okay. So I don't really need wells, though, actually, it looks like. So what I can do is I can put, again, this floor is where all the water will actually be, here on crafts. And here, this middle piece can be channeled out, so there will be water here. And then I will grate it over, and what they can actually do is they can access the water through the grate, and I can just designate this as a water zone. I don't need wells, and then they'll just have all this fresh water access. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I suppose I should do it sooner than later so that if I screw it up and flood, then I lose less of a fortress. There is certainly a lot of potential for fun. I don't want DF hack. What am I doing here? I want this to see who's idling and why. Who is idling and why? A miner? My administrator. I don't care about my administrator. What? Another thief. Oh, look at all these thieves. Once I get some more... see, I was sidetracked for a sec. I was talking about flowing water and performance issues. See, this is all maxed, or almost maxed again. Oh, it's slowing down. Actually, I'm not sure what's just happened here. It had sped back up. I think draining this stuff affected that a little bit, but anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, I don't know. I was going to say something else, but I forget it. My memory is sometimes less than ideal. Let's unsuspend. I don't think I need to unsuspend that stuff. Get my carpenter doing something. He's kind of being a slacker. And there's a fair bit of wood built up for him, although it looks like there's a lot of barrels that aren't in use anyway. So I'm going to get my miners to dig out this storage now. I'm actually going to start setting this up for specific things. So I'll have some squares set that are just beds and some squares set that are just bins and some squares set that are just things like that. I'm really getting a lot of mechanisms which I don't particularly want here. Where are you, mechanisms? I don't really want you in here. Yeah, I really kind of want you here. So I'm going to move, all the mechanisms should get moved there now. They don't really need to be there, but they're actually closer to where all the traps are, which is good, trap hall. It's more of, they're a kind of thing that I can use for trading as well, just because they're really easy to make. They're just stone. It's not, I don't have to worry about the materials it uses to make them or anything like that. There's lots of stone around, of course. And then that way they're right there and I can trade them if I really, really want to, and I can get rid of them. So we just had something born. I want to set non-grazing and filter currently pastured goat, llama, and water buffalo. You guys should all be in that pasture as well. A bunch of extra animals here. I don't really want all of them. Oh, an elven caravan. Alright. A tame two-legged rhino lizard has gnawed its way out of confinement. I don't know why I had a two-legged rhino lizard in confinement, but I did, and now I don't. So that's kind of neat. I have no idea. I don't know. I gotta get my butchery going here, though. I'm gonna need it soon. Games Workshop. And a tanner's shop is going to be right next to it. And then I'm going to build a refuse stockpile in between, which will hold only fresh raw hides. And then I'm going to build a refuse stockpile out here, which will hold everything except fresh, except fresh raw hides. So I should probably have had that set up a while ago, but I didn't, obviously. I don't really have a lot of trash, I don't think, but now the dwarves will move all the garbage into there the way it should be. Oh, bins! Bins! Moving trade goods when you have bins is so much better than moving trade goods when you don't have bins. At least that was kind of a dumb thing to say, but you get the picture. Now, I don't think those dwarves are actually here yet, but oh, storage is done digging. Alright, dig this stuff out. No, I think that's all right now. Dig this stuff out. Because I don't really need it. And then oh heck, dig this stuff out too. Whoops. So there, my dwarves, my miners have lots of stuff to dig for now. So hopefully they won't be idling again anytime soon. And we can get some trading going. Oops, sorry, I just cracked my knuckles. I hope that doesn't disgust any of you. It's just kind of a habit. I didn't even think about it until after. But yeah, I apologize if that bothers you. Because I kind of did it right next to the mic. It's probably loud. Farmer and administrator are bored. I don't care. That's fine. I'm going to build a bunch more cage traps now. Seeing as I have a million mechanisms available. I don't know if I have enough cages available, but I'll figure that out in a little bit. Oh, some migrants. Oh dear. All right. So I'm doing things a little bit different, partly because I'm streaming this. Normally I set my population, well, right now it wouldn't matter anyway, but normally I set my population cap to something like 50. And then I get things up to 50 dwarves, I get things stable, make sure things are sort of the way I like them to be, and then I will increase it, and I do eventually increase it up to something close to 200, but I don't, as a rule, do that early on. I don't want you hauling anything. Why are you hauling stuff? How did you set up wrong? Miners are capped, or almost capped, which is great. I should actually probably move a hauler in as a miner and move one of the miners out to engraver, which is usually what I do. Because I don't know if it's the same anymore, but it used to be that getting up to 20 in mining, geez, look at all these guys. Getting up to 20 in mining would build up a bunch of stats and stuff and make you move faster and things like that. So it was actually worth training, but pretty much everybody up to 20 in mining. You know, build up your toughness and things like that. So I think I may do that. So what is this? Attribute roles. Which one of you is the best miner? You are. Okay, you can be a miner now. And you, Mr. 20 Miner, can be a engraver now. And then he'll pick up the tool that he drops eventually. And we're going to go to the royal bedrooms. I'm going to designate smooth stone. And this is an important one too, to get off fairly early, because don't smooth the places that it can break. Engraving takes a long time. Just the engraving takes a long time, and then smoothing also takes a long time. So it ends up being important to actually get an engraver going relatively early in your fortress, and you don't want a lot of engravers. Like, if you have 20 engravers, I mean, I know that's a big number, but if you have 20 engravers going all the time, sure, they'll smooth and then engrave a lot of stuff, but they'll all be exceptionally low skill, which you don't want, because especially for the engraving part. For smoothing, it doesn't matter, but for engraving, you don't want that, because they won't make good engravings, and then your value is low. Your room value doesn't go up as much, and then you can't sort of undo that all that easily. Come to me, trader. You know, so it's important to get somebody engraving early, and you only really need the one guy, but get him going early so that you can train him up and have a solid engraver. Again, smoothing, it doesn't really matter, but you need to do a lot of smoothing to get that to get the experience. And then once you have him up to a high level, then you can engrave things like bedrooms and whatever with engravings, and mostly get masterpieces, and then dramatically increase the value of the room. You know, so that's kind of important. It's a little way of doing things I learned over the years, mostly of making mistakes, because I used to have, you know, I'd get 8 guys or something. Pardon me, keep yawning. 8 guys or something engraving, smoothing, but then nobody would get any skill, and then I wouldn't have anybody to do engraving because nobody would have the experience. What is this actually? Oh, it's fiber mittens. I don't care about any of that. Oh, these are elves, so they're probably not going to have anything of interest. Some fruit. I like fruit. Bloody freaking elves. I don't like elves very much. No, I don't want instruments. I don't really want animals. I guess I could just buy them and butcher them. I wonder if I can train that into a war bear. That would be kind of cool. A war grizzly bear. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to try to do that. Because why not? I don't need bows. I don't need long swords. Wooden swords, really, just no. I will take a dress. I'll take a rope. A dress. That was yeah, fiber. I don't want any of the wood clothes. I don't know if wood clothes actually work. I think they qualify as armor, and then only your military will wear them, and I really don't want to equip my military with wooden armor. That just sounds dumb. But any of the fiber stuff I will take, and you know, my dwarves will just equip that to replace any of their existing decaying stuff, because I don't really have the cloth industry going yet. Although I should get there fairly soon. You know, I do have the pigtails growing now. A cotton plant fiber thong. Yeah, okay. Well, if somebody wants to wear it, they can go right ahead. And that's it. That's really all these guys have of use. So I'm probably dragging a bunch of materials here that are a waste of my time. But whatever. It's fine. It's not like I have any use for any of these bloody rock crafts anyway. Oh, geez, I actually might not have enough to get all this here yet. I'm assuming you're not going to give me all that. Okay. Still won't give it all to me. What's the most expensive? It's the grizzly bear. Okay. So I got everything but the grizzly bear. I'll let my guys bring some more trade goods in, because there are a bunch more trade goods that they're just not here yet. And then maybe I'll buy that grizzly bear. So, an entry level, which I don't have anything set up in the entry level. We didn't talk about that, or I haven't talked about a plan for that. This will probably be justice. This will... What's this? Oh my god, my administrator? That's not ideal. Hopefully there's a workshop for him to seize. A crafts dwarf workshop. Oh good. But you don't have all the things you want. Bone. And rough gems. Frick. Okay, so I need to butcher fast. I need to butcher fast. Where's my cook? My cook, my cook, my cook, my cook. You are also a butcher. Where? Where is butchery? Butchery. You are going to be a butcher and a tanner for just now. Actually, no. You can tan. So you can butcher, you can tan, and you can leather work. You can be all these things. Let's be a leather worker. Yeah, okay. So you can come build that now that you're a thing. Right? Animals. I don't know what the hell a fox squirrel is, but that's kind of interesting. I can't butcher it either. Stray yak calf female. Stray yak calf male. Oh, I've got a bunch of yaks. Oh, I got the male and female wrong when I was just talking there. It's a good thing. I don't know these things. It's kind of terrible I don't know these things, but whatever. You guys, I want you to be hunting training. I don't have a trainer yet, so it's not going to happen, but I want them trained for butcher the jackal. I do want them trained, some hunting dogs. What you end up doing is, if you aren't familiar with it, is down here in the middle of all these traps, it's worth chaining up some hunting dogs. I will probably have to remove a couple traps to get them in there, or maybe I'll put them right there. But hunting dogs, because hunting dogs will detect stealth units. So, I mean, there's enough traffic in this hallway here that it's probably unlikely that any of those thieves will ever get that far through anyway. But if you put the dogs here, then it's that much less likely that they'll get past. And then, holy crap. Sorry, I didn't realize I got so many migrants. Oh my goodness. Wow, I got lots and lots of people to do hauling, at least. Oh. Those must all be children. Yeah, they are. Whatever. I'll have to find the setting later to hide children. Jeez, more? So everything that needs hauling is going to get hauled very, very soon. Oh, good. There's Bone now, and he's happy, and he's building. Oh, crisis averted. Whew. You can't see it, but I'm wiping my forehead in a dramatic fashion. Yeah. I'll get a face cam one of these days, and then you can see me do stuff like that and roll your eyes because it's not that funny. My trader isn't going to trade because he's crazy right now. He's in a strange mood. Alright, well, whatever. You can trade. See if we can get this war bear, or just bear, that I'm going to turn into a war bear. Yep, I can. Alright, good. No trader. I don't need any of this stuff here anymore, because that's it. I'm not going to trade anything else with these guys. Ah, perfect. Okay. Oh, they're leaving anyway. So I think we've got things going fairly well again. We've sort of recovered. Again, looking at my time, I'm a little bit over the 30 minutes that I'm usually targeting, so I apologize for that. It's only a few minutes. But, yeah, we've had another successful trade, although it was with the dirty hippie elves. But whatever. A lot of my haulers are bored because there's not a lot of hauling to do. So really, at the beginning of next episode, I'm going to have to spend some time customizing all of those guys. I'll have to build... I did just specify leather worker, which is cool. I was actually worried that I didn't have enough spare labor to really be dedicating a guy to that, because he won't be busy all the time. But it looks like we've got lots of labor. So I'm going to have to spend some time with that. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I hope you will join me for episode 6. Thank you again. Bye.